All right, today we're jumping into a course that's pretty much at the core of being a modern business leader, MBA 522. It's a deep dive into microeconomics, but specifically for managers. This is where all that theory gets put to the test, for real.
So, picture this. You walk into the office and bam, your main competitor just undercut your prices. At the same time, your biggest client is on the phone and they want a discount or they walk. And on top of all that, you have a new product launch breathing down your neck. What do? I mean, these aren't just hypotheticals, right? This is the kind of stuff that defines a manager's career.
Well, there's actually a way to tackle these problems without just guessing and hoping for the best. It's a structured approach, a framework called Managerial Economics. It's designed to give you the tools to make a strategic choice, not just a shot in the dark.
So let's think about this course as the place you go to build your own personal economic toolkit. Seriously, these are the tools you're going to reach for again and again to figure out what's really going on and how to build a smart solution.
And here's the official definition, but let's break it down. All it really means is taking these powerful ideas from microeconomics, the stuff that explains why people in markets do what they do, and pointing them directly at the problems you face in a business. It's that simple, but man, is it powerful.
And this quote from the course syllabus nails it. Notice how it says toolboxes. This isn't just for people who want to be economists. It's showing you how these same tools are absolutely critical, whether you're in finance, management, or sales. It becomes this kind of universal language for making smart decisions.
So what's actually in this toolkit? Well, for starters, you're going to master cost-benefit analysis. You'll also get really good at wrestling with that constant business tension, keeping your costs down while pushing your output up. You'll figure out why a strategy that's brilliant in a super competitive market would totally flop if you were, say, a monopoly. And maybe the most important tool of all, you'll learn how to make killer strategic moves even when you don't have all the answers, which, let's be real, is pretty much all the time.
Okay, so we know what the toolkit is. Now let's take a look at the journey, how the course actually builds these skills step by step. It's a really logical progression. You start with the fundamentals, basic management, and why incentives matter. From there, you zoom in on your customers with demand analysis. But just knowing what they want isn't enough, right? So part 3 digs into why they make the choices they do. And then finally, you bring all that insight back inside your own company to master your production and costs. See? Each piece just stacks right on top of the last one.
Now, learning the theory is one thing, but this is an MBA. So the real test is, can you actually do it? This is where we get to see how these skills are forged, often under a bit of pressure.
Okay, just look at this breakdown for a second. Tests and the final exam make up a whopping 80% of your grade. That tells you something really important. Success in this course isn't about memorizing a bunch of definitions. It's about your ability to solve problems and apply these ideas right then and there. The other 20%, that's all you, actively in the driver's seat.
And that hands-on work can get pretty intense. Take the case studies. You're not just sitting back and listening. You could be up there presenting your whole analysis. Or you could be the discussant. And get this, you have 90 seconds, a minute and a half, to stand up, critique the entire presentation, and give the whole class the single most important takeaway. Talk about pressure. That's thinking on your feet. Then there's the big one, the empirical paper. But look at these steps. This isn't an academic exercise. It's a blueprint for a real-life consulting project. You find a real problem, you go get the data, you use the models from the class to break it down, and then you have to propose a concrete, actionable solution. You're not just writing a paper, you're building a business case from scratch.
And if all that wasn't enough, every week you're also in teams working on time-limited problem-solving challenges. It's all designed to mimic that real-world feeling of, okay, team, we need a solution, and we need it now.
So, after all that, the tests, the high-pressure case studies, the team challenges, what's the big payoff? Well, it all comes down to how this brand new toolkit you've built gives you a serious advantage in your career.
And here's where it all connects. If you're in finance, you're making sharper investment decisions. In management, you're not just guessing about pricing anymore, you're engineering it. If you're in sales, you can build a whole strategy because you truly understand what your customer values. No matter which field, this toolkit gives you a clear analytical edge.
Which brings us right back to where we started. That next big decision, the price war, the demanding client, the product launch, it's coming.
It's not a matter of if, but when. So the real question this course leaves you with is this. When that moment arrives, is your decision going to be a gamble or is it going to be a strategy? Are you ready to make that call?